Hello, this is world famous art critic Aggressively Relaxing, coming to talk to you about Star Trek Strange New Worlds. We have the part 2 from the cliffhanger of last season as the beginning of this new season called Hegemony, part 1 and 2. Here in the second one, we're aboard the Constitution class USS Enterprise where things have gone wrong. A Federation ship captained by our main character's love interest, Captain Patel, has been destroyed. Members of the crew have been taken. The captain of the Cayuga, Captain Patel, has Gorn hatchlings in her, and war is about to break out. This is when Admiral April, played by Adrian Holmes, who was the captain I served under in Star Trek First Frontier, initially orders Captain Christopher Pike of the Enterprise to withdraw from the Gorn threat, but unofficially asked him to hit back. Pike had improvised a ramming maneuver into the Gorn vessel to tag it for rescue operations, because it's the one carrying the survivors of the Cayuga colonists from the world they were trying to protect and crew of the Enterprise. Petty Officer Montgomery Scott, played by Martin Quinn, and Chief Engineer Pelia, portrayed by Carol Kane, rekindle their mentor-student dynamic as they hastily craft a larger version of the tech Scotty was using to hide himself from the Gorn. But when the Gorn threat suddenly kind of intensifies, they are given another task to create an improvised solar flare reactor. This will hopefully signal the Gorn to enter a hibernation state and retreat. This is a really convenient wrap-up to this big threat, but it resolves the question Trekkies had about how this would work with Gorn canon. Because when we meet them and Kirk has his famous fight with a Gorn, they hadn't been seen in a while. So the fact that there was about to be this all-out Gorn war and the things we see happening in Strange New Worlds had Trekkies scratching their head. But we see how they resolve it.
It's 1 in 1,000 we get it done right or don't blow ourselves up along the way.
I like those odds. We'll just turn it off before we blow up.
And Scott and Pelia sell it. Those two have a great dynamic. It's fun watching Carol Kane in this role, and I really continue to enjoy our new Scotty. On the medical front, we have Captain Patel, who is played by Melanie Scrofano, who wrestles with implanted Gorn eggs. These get into you and will burst out much like the alien in Alien and will kill its host. So, and they attempt to put her in the cryosleep. This fails. Turns out she is allergic to cryosleep, at least the drugs that would help you be put into it. So Captain Pike sends his secret weapon, Mr. Spock, down to help out Nurse Chapel with trying to figure out if they could be the first people ever to save someone from having Gorn hatchlings put in them. So Nurse Chapel, played by Jess Bush, performed to what amounts to be the first of its kind reversal procedure. After trying a bunch of different things, they come up with a way of reversing it, partially using Una's augmented blood. The first officer of the Enterprise has augmented blood, much like Khan, and essentially makes you much more resilient if you have a transfusion of it. So the combination of that and some other ideas that you see in the story, they're able to stop that and get the Gorn to retreat. So this episode delivers with engineering marvels, medical drama, and a rescue mission that kind of tease up more things to be seen in the season. It was just awesome. The part 1 and part 2 work as a great Trek movie with fan favorite characters that have plenty to do. There's love stories, incredible action scenes, and they've made the Gorn scary. So really great start to the season, and it kind of reminds me of the Picard Borg cliffhanger. We had to wait a very long time for the second part. And in Star Trek Online news, they released the Starfleet uniform from Strange New Worlds, continuing the Star Trek Online's long history of backing up the franchise with in-game content that relates to the new show coming out, and sometimes even the comics. We have 9 episodes left of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. I'm so happy it's back, and looking forward to seeing what they do with the rest of the season.